more stuff. Okay. Hold on. We'll start with Honjo. A location in the southern part of modern Sumida City. It consisted mostly of swamplands until the middle of the Edo period. While it wasn't originally considered part of the city of Edo itself, the area on the eastern side of the Sumida River began to be developed once the Ryogoku Bridge was built after the Great Fire of Miraki? While Honjo is known for its large number of rivers and canals, many of these were dug during the area's urbanization for drainage and sewage. The Ryogoku Bridge area, home to the Iko Temple. Iko or Echo? I'm going to say Echo. Echo Temple eventually became filled with both people and shops. After a magistrate was assigned to the area and shops continued to pop up, it soon became part of Edo. I think it's Iko. Anyway, it soon became part of Edo proper as its reputation as a lively place spread. Honjo, along with other areas like Asakusa and Fukuokawa, are still appreciated today for their old-fashioned feel and architecture. The Whispering Canal, an enduring superstition formerly known as Kinshibori. Many fishermen once gathered on this section of the canal that ran through Honjo. As their days came to a close and the fishermen gathered up their catches, a terrifying voice would rise up from the canal whispering, "Leave it behind! Leave it behind!" Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move and their previously full baskets of fish emptied. They would then be dragged into the canal, never to return. The strange phenomenon continued to occur, and the people began to call this body of water the Whispering Canal. That's pretty creepy. So there's the canal, I guess. Interesting. The Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Honjo became known as a hotspot for strange happenings during the Edo period. A number of these stories have survived to this day and become known as the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. While many of these were likely the result of people blaming things they didn't understand on spirits or monsters, the stories continue to be told as urban legends, despite what the name would imply. Oh, go back. It wasn't done. There we go. Despite what the name would imply, there are actually more than 10 of these strange tales. Their roots likely come from stories told by the city's common folk. It says there's 10. There's more than 10, even though it's called the Seven Mysteries. Okay, somebody can't count. Their roots likely come from stories told by the city's common folk. The most famous of the stories is the Whispering Canal, which eventually became the basis for both an idiom and the well-known Rakugo story. The most famous of the Seven Mysteries, the Whispering Canal, the Fool's Procession, the Beckoning Light, the Haunting Clappers, the Evergreen Beach, the Taiko Sugaru, the Foot Washing Mansion, the One-Sided Reed, and the Ever-Burning Lantern. All right. So, there it is. Occult craze. Paranormal phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, ESP. The list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomena are quick to take on a life of their own. A plesiosaur named Nessie, living in Loch Ness, sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or Hibogon, the urban legends of Kuchisaki Onna, television reports of spoon-bending psychics, documentaries which feature mediums and spirit photography. These are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public. There is no end to this obsession in sight. With magazines on paranormal phenomena enjoying widespread publication, most recently, rumors of an ancient ritual known as the Rite of Resurrection have been spreading in certain circles. Okay. Holy moly! We exchanged contact information and we've talked on the phone a few times since. We've even met in person once or twice. But she never brought up the Seven Mysteries of Honjo again. I figured she'd gotten bored of it. Oh, I need a break. There's a lot of reading. Not that I mind, though. I haven't had a game where I read a lot for a minute. I think it was Doki last, where I was reading a lot. I probably won't do, like, a lot of, like, intense voices, though, just because. Okay. Until today, when all of a sudden she decided to resume her search. Huh? Wait a second, where did Yoko go? Oh, where did she go? According to Yoko, the Whispering Canal, one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, is around here somewhere. It's apparently the story that the expression left at the canal originally comes from. I think I left myself a note about it. I should check my files. What is that? Files. Okay. Well, I guess I already did. There she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. No animal needs that much petting. That's right. She asked me to come here to help her look for one of the 7 mysteries. Actually, I think I did some research into the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I can't remember all too well. I should check my files. What do you mean? Oh, no. Okay. The Fool's Procession. An enduring superstition, a mysterious tale regaling an encounter had by a daimyo at his residence in Honjo's Ushijima, now Komagata High School. When walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, which, much like that of a kagura performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one near the Warigisui Canal. The source of the sound was never located. The story is also known as the procession of the Tanuki, as many were of the belief that it must have been those mischievous tricksters behind it all. The beckoning light, an enduring superstition. While walking along the road near Honji at night, one might spot a hazy lantern up ahead, despite there being no one around. Following it will cause it to go out suddenly when getting near. But just when one fears the darkness might swallow them up, another light will appear further ahead, as if it's guiding the one who sees it. Some say the flame is benevolent, leading people to their homes, while others believe it is a monster leading people astray. Some even believe it's the vengeful spirit of someone that died, luring the lost to the land of the dead. The haunting clappers. As the evening bell rings in Iricho, I don't know what that one is, near present-day Shumoku Bridge, a night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all the while striking his wooden clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again, clack, clack. The echo answers again, but no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Wait, no, go back. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Where's my clappers? There it is. But no matter how hard he searches for the source of the second pair of clappers, never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. The Evergreen Beach. Once upon a time, in North Okurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the beach residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally... God dang it! I keep accidentally clicking the right mouse button, and it closes me out. No one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green tree, it became known as the Evergreen Beach. However, this particular species of tree was actually an evergreen, so the lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. This had led people to say that the strangest part of this legend is the fact that it even became a legend at all. The Taiko of Suguru. There was once a daimyo from Hirosaki domain in Suguru who built a residence in Midoricho on a large piece of land. On this estate was an almost 8-meter tall tower that served as a lookout for fires. Only designated firefighter was allowed to use a large drum that resided atop the tower in the event of a fire. While most towers used wooden blocks to sound the fire alarm, for some reason this residence was permitted to use drums. The residence and its special privileges led to much speculation and gossip among the townsfolk. Weird. The foot washing mansion. I want to know about this one. This is the story of something that occurred in the dead of night in a residence in Mikasako, modern day South Waragesu Street in Kamezawa. A foul-smelling wind rattled the house. Suddenly, a giant foot, drenched in blood, smashed through the ceiling. "Wash!" it commanded. After the servants carefully washed the foot, it returned from whence it came, fixing the roof it had broken. A man who had been visited by the foot every night asked a friend to trade houses with him. That night, the foot stopped appearing. What in the world? The one-sided reed. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomizo, who fell for a woman named Okuma. Tomizo persistently chased after Okuma, attempting to win her heart over and over again, but she rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomizo brought a dagger to a canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okuma. He cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along the canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. Oh, that's creepy. Creepy. The ever-burning lantern. On a bone-chilling winter's night, one may happen upon a soba cart along the canal known as South Waragesu. But there is something strange about this cart. No matter when one might visit, its owner is nowhere to be found, yet the lantern that hangs from it stays perpetually lit, burning brightly even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. However, there is also the tale of the never-burning lantern, another telling of this story in which the soba cart's lantern always remains dark, refusing to be lit. All right, I got through all of those. Oh wait, she's coming back this way. Hey, what was that just now? Huh? Didn't you hear that? Now that you mention it, I did feel like I heard something. I'm not too sure though. That was creepy. But your special talent, you should have been able to hear it. Pay closer attention to me, okay? My special talent? What are you talking about? Huh? I mean your spirit sense. You look like you can handle your liquor. Huh? I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so. Well, you must. I mean, you can see me, right? Huh? Oh. Shogooki. Kinshibori Park. I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless, no, it can't be. I've gotten most of my memory back, but I still feel a bit out of it. It's gotten late, really late. Actually, it's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air, but I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself. These telephone booths all over town. The light is always on so they can be used in emergency. There's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids in the daytime, but it's kind of peaceful at night. Yeah? Yeah? Nothing? I guess I'm gonna talk to you? Wait. You're kidding, right? About what? I mean, just now. Kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you. Of course that was a joke. Duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with the 7 Mysteries of Honjo business. Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure, I can handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Why is she getting so close to me? Weird stuff? Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand? You can't be serious. I've got most of my memory back, but I'm still a bit out of it. Come on. Is there nothing for me to search? Why? Why you give me the option to search if there's nothing? Hold on, wait. Okay. Huh. About alcohol. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink real alcohol, I mean? Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up. Oh, I see. If you really want to know, I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow mule. Really now. I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it, though. Why don't we go for a drink sometime, then? Oh, are you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right? No, that's not what I meant. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries. Alright, then let's get to work. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful. So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist? That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something, and then they really do because they believed they would. Is that how that works? Yep, just like drinking. You'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots. I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing. I realized how strange what the words were as they left my mouth. Yeah, that was a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit weird. Ha! You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth. Sheesh. Yes? I just remembered. I actually did some research on the 7 Mysteries of Honjo at the library. You did? What did you find? Well, I discovered a few interesting things. Oh, tell me everything. 7 mysteries? Although they're called the 7 Mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years. That's more extra stories than main ones. Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15, if you say so. But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember. Huh, that's a good point. And if you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet. You can't be serious. Are these really ghost stories? So I read some of the stories and none of them were well, scary. I thought these were supposed to be ghost stories. That's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. But there are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Yeah, like the ones that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it. Right. Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park? Not quite. We're talking about a folktale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story? So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know? Exactly, I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious? About what? People from around here have that expression, left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind. Now that you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned? That's what I'm trying to find out. Ah, gotcha. Oh, by the way, we're talking about the rite of resurrection. Oh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh? So you know about it, huh? The rite of resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it. Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So, the rite of resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it, an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by local historian Hideki Ariyashi Hideki at an academic conference. You sure know a lot about this stuff. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. I kinda got that. Oh. But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis in fact. Exactly, that's why I believe the rite of resurrection is real. Now I'm starting to believe it too. Good, the pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Ayashi himself. Alright. The rite of resurrection, as indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. This forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by a once famous onmyoji. Local researcher Hideki Ayashi recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on it at an academic conference, sending ripples through the field of occult studies. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. You mentioned the rite of resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Oh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you, to tell the truth. It's actually the other way around. What do you mean? Well, I started off searching for the rite of resurrection, but along the way I realized that I needed to investigate the 7 mysteries of Honjo first. I see, so then why are you looking for the rite? If you're looking into a way to bring someone back from the dead, does that mean you've got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry. Sorry. No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. It's Ogopogo. Her dog! Did her dog die? I want her to save the dog too! Ogopogo? Yeah, I want to bring Ogopogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogopogo died? Oh, right. Ogopogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years. Ah, okay, your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the rite even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about. You know what? All that led me to meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously. Yoko, I'll do everything I can to help you. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah? What's that got to do with the 7 mysteries? So, about the connection between this rite and the 7 mysteries. Putting together everything we've talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the 7 mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the rite of resurrection. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right? Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant. Wait, since when was I your assistant? Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but some say that what led to the 7 mysteries coming to be was the rite of resurrection itself. Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the rite of resurrection was supposed to be way older than that. Right. It seems that an onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the rite apparently was written in the Edo period. Oh right, I never told you its real name. The manuscript is called The Record of Fates. Whoa, what a name. And it speculates that the secret of the rite is hidden within the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So now the 7 mysteries are the hot new trend. Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable. Come on, remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown? It starts with belief, right? An old manuscript from the Edo period written by the sorcerer who recovered the rite of resurrection. It is viewed as the priceless and authentic document due to its detailed account of how to perform the ritual. Got it. Whoa! What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. Something's got Yoko really rattled. Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. No! This can't be! No! No! Ah! She's pointing at me. What's wrong, bitch? I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Something's got Yoko really rattled. Huh? What? Why? Ah! Ah! Yoko! Yoko! Well, I don't know what to do. I can't get her to calm down. Yoko's pointing over there, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Ugh, I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko?